Governor Malloy is taking an action that he hopes won't go into effect. It's a new executive order just in case lawmakers don't reach a budget agreement by next month.
This is a Robin Hood approach to school funding, helping the state's neediest communities while cutting funding for wealthier towns. Chief Political Correspondent Mark Davis joining us live with more on that. Good evening, Mark.
Hi, Scott and Ann. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. Yeah, this is what will happen if lawmakers don't come together for a budget next month. It also could help give them a shove.
To be clear, this has never been my preferred path.
Announcing a revised executive order he says he hopes will not go into effect. The governor announced the plan that would cause education funding to 139 cities and towns to go down and go up in the state's 30 neediest communities.
It prioritizes education funding to our most vulnerable school systems. Allocations for our alliance districts are communities with concentrated pockets of poverty and the highest student needs.
Among the winners in the funding are New Haven, Waterbury, New London, Hartford, and Bridgeport.
54 districts will receive reduced funding and 85 districts that rely on state support, the least for overall district funding, will be zeroed out.
Among the education funding losers, Branford, Clinton, East Lyme, Guilford, and Orange. The executive order would also restore $40 million to the nonprofit agencies that care for the state's most vulnerable residents, agencies that have already started closing down some of their services. Senate Democratic leader Martin Looney said the plan would have a devastating effect on many districts. Senate Republican leader Len Fasano issuing a statement saying the governor's executive order shows that he mistakes the governorship for a dictatorship. House Republican leader Themis Claridis called the plan punitive because the deepest cuts are targeted to towns and cities that show fiscal responsibility. The House Democratic leader Matt Ritter of Hartford took a more moderate view of the plan.
He's been very clear that he has limitations under the executive order. It's our job to get a budget, but I would say that if you look at the towns that are cut, they're Democrat and Republican. My phone is ringing both from my side of the aisle and the Republican side of the aisle.
As I mentioned, Representative Ritter, the majority leader in the House of Representatives, does represent part of Hartford, and Hartford is one of the most financially distressed communities in terms of its budget, and it does quite well in this plan. Now, if you'd like to see all of the details in all of the towns and where yours stands, come to our website or the News 8 app on your smartphone. Live from the Hartford Newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.